Hey, it is November 20th, and that makes it day 50. 40 days to go for whatever reason that is. I, yeah, today was a relatively good day. I ended up talking a lot about my eating disorder today, which is still kind of a weird thing to learn how to do. I'm like, especially with people who aren't in recovery, it's one thing to like have a girlfriend who's gone through it, and so you can like make offhanded comments with each other. And honestly, it's been really nice to have a few girls at work who have had that history, and then we can talk with them. And so I do really appreciate having that kind of camaraderie, and I get that from my support group. But it's nice to like normalize things, like when you say you needed to throw pastries out, or because you just like didn't want to have them around, or when you talk about having heartburn chronically, it's like, oh, is that because of your eating disorder? Or we talk about anxiety and the different medications we've been on and the different support groups we've been on, and it's just like it always feels really comforting to be seen and to have someone else be in the same boat as you, and yeah, just make you feel less crazy. I mean, I guess that's why support groups work. So if you've not ever been in one, then they're really helpful. They make you feel less crazy. Yeah, I'm used to having something in my life where I don't share about, and that I hide. And practicing this means that I don't really have my eating disorder history, or like the moments of recovery, or what I'm dealing with. It's not a secret life anymore, and I don't really have a secret life right now. At least I don't think. I think maybe we all have a little bit of a secret life to some extent, things we don't share with people, and that's okay. Like, we don't have to share everything with everybody. I think one thing in this stage, 13 years later, I just like analyze constantly, and I feel like I'm constantly self-actualizing and constantly processing, and it's exhausting, and sometimes it's like I forget to just be. I forget to just like be in the moment. I don't need to be improving or actualizing to any point. I could just be me, who I am right now today, and whatever that means, whatever issues I still have, or ways that I've grown. That I can just like have a day where what I'm doing and where I'm at right now is good and is enough. And I felt like being out in nature, and when I got just being able to hike and be in the woods and hear the wind and see the trees and like feel things, it is such a calming sense of presence. And I guess that's why my other Instagram is just all photos, and it's because so that when I look through it, it doesn't cause me anxiety to look through my Instagram feed, and whether that's a good post or what did I say was funny enough. It's just like it's an outlet I can go to on social media where I just feel a sense of peace, and I don't even have eating disorder stuff yelling at me about it. It's not just like I'm not yelling recovery back at me or anybody. It's just like, here's a moment and here's a force, and that feels really good. So it's, I don't know, I like these daily entries are really helpful, but also I feel like sometimes there can't always be something. I can't always be realizing something about my eating disorder every day, or where I'm at. And I feel like I've done a lot of realizing or a lot of processing, and I think I even did more today, and just being able to share of like how I own my own triggers and how I ask people to participate in this journey with me. What is the difference between asking people for help and participation, and just allowing people to see this side of me? And I think a lot of this, like the YouTube videos and the Instagram, is not so much asking for help, but just practicing sharing and opening up that side of me. Yeah, it's a weird grounding thing to think like you're present, but every time you eat a meal, and like making sure you eat 3 meals a day and a snack or two, it's just there. It's present, and I've said before, it's been more helpful to make peace with it than to make enemies and pretend it doesn't exist. But today it's just like, I am enough today.